Tonight, from Portland, Oregon,
the shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless, any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
3rd down and 6. Now back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Jake Camarda now. This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it. The 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Portland football here, ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Back to throw here. It's a short. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is going to be 49er football. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, another carry for Jackson.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run again with Jackson.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown.
Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Completes this one to Pickens.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there.
70 yards. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd down now, McMillan works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They come up short here on fourth down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got it?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 79 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2nd and 5. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. And now here's a carry heading left. Powers through. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive.
And this is caught. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. 62 yards. And the 49ers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 33 yards that time.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Portland's offense now about set to take over. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. On play action, they'll throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. It's taken to the 26. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. The throw over the middle, taken in. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for San Francisco, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, what else is new? They fall again. That's now 10 straight losses to start the year.